Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Adam.
And my name's Ben.
You're just a bit late.
And welcome. We are FilmBusters.
Oh, we are. Yes. I was setting it up for a nice one.
I did not expect that.
What, for me to set it up?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I just spoke over you.
We fucked it up.
Don't we always?
FilmBusters.
Right, it's time for the question game. Ben, you are on 31. Adam's on 32. And I'm on 29. So if anyone doesn't know, anyone who's just joined this podcast, we basically do a question round every week, or every podcast, sorry. We
every
don't do this
podcast
every week.
we do it.
And basically I ask them questions. If they get it right, they get a point. If they don't get it right, I get the point. Right now, Ben is winning. Oh no, sorry, Adam is winning.
Yeah,
but Ben's close behind.
I'm sniffing. I'm just within sniffing distance.
Should we just go straight into it?
Straight into it. How many questions are you going to ask?
We got 2 questions.
Always two.
We like the 2, even number.
I like 3, but let's have it then.
We're never going to have 3.
There's always 3.
There's
Maybe
never
on
3.
a feature-length episode we can have 3.
I want 2.
FilmBusters Uncut.
Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. Quiet in the room.
I'm ready for this one. This is where I take the lead.
Oh, I think you might take the lead in this one.
Oh, lovely.
Here we go. Which band does the dude say he was a roadie for in The Big Lebowski?
Oh, man. Iron
Maiden.
No, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
You are both wrong. I'm getting this point, boys. The answer is Metallica.
I was closer to Iron Maiden. I should get the point.
You were closer than Adam, actually.
I heard The Hills, so I thought I don't know. That's what I heard. I didn't really hear the question.
You heard The Hills, and somehow you still managed to give an answer that was a band.
I heard what band said The Hills or something like that.
No, The Big Lebowski was a roadie for. Says he's was a roadie for.
Okay.
Would you have got it, Adam? Would you have got it?
I couldn't remember that.
No.
Okay, that's fine then.
I reckon I'd have probably been further off with my answer.
Probably.
Right, so that takes mine up to 30. So we are actually only one behind each other. So I've got 30,
Ooh.
Ben's got 31, and Adam's got
We're like
32.
the England players doing the love train.
Very good.
Beautiful. Right, should we go one more question?
Please.
Yeah, one more.
This is a lovely question. I quite like it. Here we go.
Let's have a bit.
What is the name of John Connor's dog in Terminator 2?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I saw a picture of it this morning coming in mud.
Hey, Janelle, how's... Now, oh, fuck, it's one of two. It's one of two. Hey, Janelle, how's...
What the hell are you
Spock.
doing?
So...
Wrong.
That's what I was thinking. What did he say?
Wrong.
Did he say Spot?
I said Spot.
He
Okay,
said
it's not
Spot. Okay,
It's not fucking
Spike.
Star Trek.
Spike.
It's not Spike. I'm getting
Is it
both
not?
the points.
Oh, no way.
It's Max.
Oh, for
Fuck,
fuck's sake.
that's
I had a
weird.
dog called Max as well. Fuck's sake.
And I've got a cat called Max. And Adam, isn't it very strange that you... Because the two that was in my head, it was either Spot or Spike, and then you said Spot. And we were
I was
both
just going
well
with
off the
dog
mark.
names, to be fair.
Horrible.
Right,
Horrible
one
knowledge
more.
you've
Hey,
got.
Janelle, how's... Yeah, one more. No, as in now Adam wants one more.
No,
because
that's
getting-
it. I'm getting the 2 points. We're moving on, boys.
So this is the first time that Paul...
I've won
you
both
have
the
caught
questions.
up
Yeah.
to either of us.
I've caught up to you, Ben.
He's making these bullshit questions up now.
Interesting. Well, you did very well.
So
Well
me and
done,
Ben
Paul.
got 31 and Adam's got 32. Beautiful. On to the news.
Excuse me, can you pass me that newspaper from over there? I want to know what's going on at the pictures. Thank you.
News. Let's have a bit of news. So the first item of news that I would like to talk about on this podcast.
Yeah, go for it.
I thought Paul did the news. And
I know.
We just go along with it.
I know. I was just pretending.
I was
pretending.
happy. I was happy for you to take it. I was happy for you to take it. See what happens.
Were you?
Yeah. Let's see. It might be one I'm going to speak about. Let's see.
Well, I think I might do a very good job of hosting this section. So there's a bit of news to talk about in the movies nowadays. In true keeping with all of our podcasts to date, we always talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And Leonardo DiCaprio put out the first picture of him and Brad Pitt on set. What did we think of how they looked?
Fly.
Oh yeah, I thought it looked very nice.
Very
looked
swish.
very clean.
Yeah.
Very
Leo
clean
lost
cut
all
they
the
were.
weight. He loses weight for the movies all the time and then puts it back on as soon as he's not doing movies.
Yeah, indeed. I saw that.
Quite the belly on him.
Quite enjoying the life.
Brad was looking very well.
He did.
That's what you did, Ben, isn't it? But you just wait for that next movie to come up.
I've been waiting for a movie all my life, mate. I've just been waiting for that first movie. I'm going to lose
Just get
all the
the belly,
weight for
just
the
in-
movie.
Brad's looking very fresh and young in the face.
A nice square jaw.
Yes.
And,
What divorce does to you, isn't it?
And of course, let's hear your thoughts. People are giving him a bit of a hard time because they released the big cast for the film, and people are saying, "What? No black people, Quentin?" And now I think this is a little unfair, because Quentin Tarantino puts black people in his movies a hell of a lot more than most other directors do.
I agree with that.
You know, indeed, did Django.
What would be worse? What would you reckon would be worse if he put someone in there, a black person in there, for the sake of it now?
Yeah, for the sake of it.
Or
I mean, yeah, let's not.
Didn't put one in there at all.
Not put one at all, because that's just stupid.
No, which one's worse? You're saying not putting any in there at all is worse.
Putting one in there would be worse because it's like it's like he's acknowledging that he's made a mistake, but he hasn't made a mistake, so just don't do it.
And you know, of course, there are black people around at the time as well, but it's a case of the majority of people working in Hollywood at the time were white. Let's put it that way. It's not like now. It's not like making a film about the movie business now. And when you're focusing on the Manson family, which was predominantly white, well,
I mean,
completely
Samuel
white.
Jackson would probably be in there somewhere because he always stars.
That's interesting. He must have a little thing. But also the other thing is, actually, depending on how faithful he's going to be to the Manson story, the whole thing with Charles Manson is that he wanted to start a race war. So he essentially killed. You know, he killed Roman Polanski's wife Sharon Tate and all those people. He killed them. Well, he didn't kill them. His followers
He told
did.
people to kill him.
And he wanted to blame it on the black man, and he wanted a race war to start because of that. But everything unfolded. Now is the time for Helter Skelter. Anyway,
Indeed.
enough of Charles Manson.
You just wanted to bring him up, didn't you?
Of course.
Bit of
This
Charles
is the Charles
in there.
Manson pod.
We don't worry about that. It's fine.
We
can have Charlie all day.
Charlie.
Right, shall I go on to the next segment?
Do your bit of news.
Yeah, shall I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going on to the next segment. I'm going to the next piece.
Yes,
Piece
good.
of segment.
Get the words right
Use
there.
the correct words in future, sir.
I'm so
You're
sorry.
hosting this, not the amateur hour around here.
Yes, I know. It's like Adam's taking the reins.
I know.
No, it'll be a lot smoother than this. It'll be organised carnage.
It would be like your baby bottom.
It'll be horrible.
Yeah, disgusting. Hated.
Let's talk about
Smooth
Linda
but
Hamilton.
covered in shit.
Pictures have been released of her in Terminator. How do we feel? I think she looks so good.
Well, it's very interesting to see her as Sarah Connor again, but that's all I've seen.
She looks well.
Yeah, there's not much to go off it.
She
How
does
old
look
she
very
is?
well.
She's 61.
Yeah, very
She
well.
looks good.
But also, yeah, she does. I mean, it's quite. When I first saw it, I was quite taken aback by it because she, as naturally man and woman age, so she's obviously a lot older than I have ever seen her. Because I've never seen her older than how she was in Terminator 2, really.
Yeah.
Everyone gets older, so it took me back, but good that she's a lead in it. And I like that film's happening. Jamie Lee Curtis coming back in Halloween looking old as well. It's good. We should have more of that.
It's nice. When all this news got released about this new Terminator film coming out, in the news was that James Cameron was actually going to be directing it, but he's actually not now. It's actually someone else.
Oh, he's not? Oh,
a
I didn't know
no-name.
that. Who's doing
Yeah,
it?
it's a no-name, and James Cameron's producing it.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means in the scheme of things, but it's fine.
Has he had any involvement in any of the other Terminators?
From my knowledge, I don't think he's anybody special. I don't think he's done much.
Oh, what great shame.
Yeah.
Well, then, it's not like just putting Linda Hamilton in it is going to save the movie.
Indeed.
You have to have Arnie as well.
I know, but Arnie's been in so many of them as well.
They're terrible
and they were all fine in some respect. Like, 1 and 2 are great. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines was silly, but I kind of went with it. I did kind of go with it.
What's the one Bale? Is that number 3?
That's Salvation.
That's awful.
And it was okay. They were trying something new, and that was okay. But we didn't really like to see the war. Terminator in wartime is not so much fun. More fun when Terminator comes amongst people.
I agree. It's like the Predator in the forest.
Yeah, except the reverse of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what was that last one? The last Terminator Genesis, that was, highly effective. Quite nice.
That was fun. They just ruined it in the trailers, that's about it.
Yeah. So they've never actually done a really bad Terminator film. If I had to pick the worst one out of all of them, it would be Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, I think.
Yeah, because I guess they were going with something different in 4, so you have to give them credit for it at least.
Yeah, that's it. And it created that wonderful Christian Bale rant, which we now all appreciate very much.
Indeed. There's also another bit of news about this film. That apparently Schwarzenegger, as well as being the Terminator, he's actually going to be... So did you... I think it was in Terminator 3, where it was an outtake that wasn't actually in the film, where you saw
he was
Schwarzenegger,
a general.
Yeah, as a general, he had
with an American accent.
Yeah, like a Texan accent, didn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently, he is going to be in this film as that original person that the Terminators are created upon.
Oh, really?
But I don't know whether they're going to carry on with a Texan accent. They might just wipe that clean.
You know how that scene ends, right?
I can't remember. How's it end?
So the outtake is Arnold Schwarzenegger talking in that really bad American accent, doing the promotional video for the Terminator, and all these guys are sitting around in a boardroom, and the video ends, and one of the guys in the boardroom's like, "Yeah, I really like the video, but I don't know about that accent." And then there's a guy in there who says, "We can fix it." Yes. Brilliant. That would work if they kept it with his voice.
Yeah.
That could work. No, that's quite exciting. Anyway, I'll be there for it. I'll be excited for it. I'll watch it.
We're watching that.
We should go to it.
That.
We'll all watch that for sure.
You've done enough coverage on it.
Certainly. Adam, you bring up a piece of news.
Adam, do you want me to give you a piece of news?
Yeah, give me a piece of news. Whisper it.
Speak about the Watchmen TV series that's in the works.
Oh, I heard something about this.
I don't know anything about that.
Say it and I'll back you up.
There's a Watchmen TV series.
Oh, is there?
With nice smiles.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. It's being.
Yes, tell us more. Tell us more.
I thought you knew about this, Adam, didn't you?
I know you get a little pin badge with a smile on it.
No, it's being helmed by Damon Lindelof, who did Leftovers and Lost.
Yes, which is the only thing I know about it. Which is
he's got a good
exciting.
name, but I don't know him apart from that.
He did Leftovers.
And also Jeremy Irons has been cast in a leading role.
Jeremy Irons? That's nice.
And
at least it'll be a smooth ride.
The more exciting news is it's being helmed by HBO.
Ooh. That is exciting.
That is very good.
We like that.
We love a bit of HBO.
Yeah, and Lindelof. And Watchmen was very good. And you know me in superhero movies, but I very much enjoyed Watchmen because that was kind of different.
Is it going to be as long as the film?
Well, longer because each episode's going to be an hour.
Because the film went on for about 4 days. I feel like I'm still watching the film these days, to this day.
Adam, you didn't care for the film then, did you?
I did care for it, but it did go on for a while.
I love that film. It was
too much. You wanted them to trim the fat. Is that what you wanted? Trim the fat.
I didn't feel that
scenes.
There was any boring bits in that film.
I remember, for my sins, falling asleep at the end of the film, though, so I had to rewatch the last 20 minutes at a later date.
Do you think the sex scene was necessary in that film, Ben?
I remember that. They did it in the cockpit of their ship, right?
Yeah. They pressed the lights on, didn't they?
Well, somehow it's memorable,
smoke
so I
screen.
guess, yes, it was allowed. That's fine. There was something to it, so yes.
You got to appreciate it because it's not something you would normally see in a superhero film.
No, I quite enjoyed it, and I like that guy. What's he called? Jackie Earle Haley or Healy.
Yeah, he was very good in that role.
He played Rorschach. He was very good.
Forgettable Freddy Krueger, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I can see why they went with him. You know, they cast him as Freddy Krueger in the remake only because of his very, very brief scene in Shutter Island.
Oh yeah,
when he's that prisoner.
Yeah.
I read on a completely unrelated note. I read Shutter Island like 2 days. I bought the book 2 days before going to see the film for some reason. And I read it, and his character in the book is such a shadowy figure. Like, he oversees the whole thing, and he's got quite a sinister presence in it. So when he comes up in the film and it's Jackie Earle Haley, it works very well. And I'll tell you something else about that. Oh no, forget it. Can't be bothered. I can't. Another day, perhaps.
Forget about it.
I've got another bit of news when you're ready.
Yeah, go on. I've only got one little piece of news as throwaway, but go on, go for it.
Well, so It Chapter 2, we have the final cast.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Very good cast.
What's his name in that? I thought I saw. Is it Ewan McGregor in that?
No, James McAvoy.
Yeah, James McAvoy.
That's the one.
Which is strong.
Always good.
The big names there are James McAvoy and Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
What's his name is back as
I thought I saw the pictures of them in that little room, and I was like, "Oh shit, is that him?"
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
"No,
it's
who's
James.
in it?"
And also Bill Hader.
Yeah,
Who
I like him.
I'm going to talk about Bill Hader later, and what I'm going
Ooh.
to say about him later will particularly interest you, Paul, if you don't already know about this.
No, I don't. I probably don't because I don't know much about him.
Oh boy, then you're in for.
I know his name's Bill Hader.
You both are in for a treat, but it'll come at the end of the pod. Anyway, what do you think of this cast? Do you like that?
I love it. I love the first one, and I can't wait to watch the next one.
Yeah, I got to say, as times pass, I am less enthusiastic about it. It was good.
It was a hype film for a bit.
I think it still sits really well with me.
It was good. So
Maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll come back to this when we start talking about Hereditary, because this is sort of like modern day horror, which is not the usual shit. So it kind of will fall into that conversation, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. Shall I give you my last piece of news?
Please.
Go for it.
Okay, so do you remember talking about the Scorsese produced Joker film, origin film that's coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one where Joaquin Phoenix is the starring role of the Joker. Well, Robert DeNiro is supposedly being cast in this film as well.
If he's going to play Batman, that would be brilliant.
No, he's going to play a supporting character. He's definitely not playing Batman.
You know what he'll play? He'll play some
Alfred.
like fucking judge or some fucking government official
probably.
that just
What's
sits
his name?
there
What's
in a
the
chair
police
in a
officer's
suit.
name? What's his name? Gordon.
Yeah, he won't play
Well-
Gordon, will he?
Well, this is the thing. So this film is in a different universe to the normal run of films, and it's going to be under a label called DC Dark, which is going to be like a darker take on the films, which is better. I like it.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
DC films don't really need to go dark enough as it is. If I was talking out some criticism of the film,
Justice
that
League wasn't
wouldn't
that
be-
dark, was it?
that wouldn't be on my list of things for them to sort out.
Yeah,
Shut up.
but the Christopher Nolan ones were already dark. I should say.
I agree. I think I want to get something more along that vein than the what
no
they're doing at
darker
the moment.
though. That's perfect. No darker needed.
They even had dark in the name. That's how dark they were.
Yes.
Indeed, very good, Adam.
But then
Wonderful.
Batman came out in the daytime.
Adam knows what he's saying.
Should we move on to news I don't give a fuck about?
Yeah.
Please.
News we don't give a fuck
Well, you're on your own this week. There's no Hereditary theme tune I can sing to you.
That's the Hereditary theme song.
Mate, if that was a theme tune, it'd be such a better film.
What's that from?
Can't.
The Simpsons, when they go to the steel mill.
No.
Are y'all ready for this?
Are you having a good time?
I don't know what it's from.
It was in
It's not.
Space Jam, wasn't it?
Well, there you go. Paul knows.
What's the news today?
Go for it.
Space
shit
Jam
news.
2.
Is Space Jam's coming back?
Space Jam 2,
Is it?
boys.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Is this one with
Oh.
Michael Jordan?
With LeBron James.
Not Michael Jordan. That's it. Michael Jordan was.
What was that, Adam?
He was in the first film, wasn't
John James.
he? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
We don't need this, do we?
I don't know what to say about that. I used to have a sticker book for Space Jam when I was a kid, and I would put the stickers on my lunchbox. That's about it. That's what I
I enjoyed Space Jam back in the day, man. I enjoyed
It's
it.
fine.
But
you
do
hit 'em
people
high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, and I'll hit 'em low, hit 'em low. Method Man and Cypress Hill did the rap song for that film.
Oh, did they?
Hit 'em high,
Whoa.
you hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, and I'll hit 'em low, hit 'em low. Coming straight from the zone. You ain't got no. I can't remember. It's many years.
You lie.
Do people even watch Looney Tunes anymore? Like kids?
They don't exist,
No.
do they?
I don't know. They don't care about that shit anymore, do they?
I couldn't tell you.
It's being directed by Justin Lin, who did loads of the Fast and the Furious films.
No. Well. Oh yeah. So that's a good match.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck it. This is awful news that I could care less about.
They
Are
get a
all
memorial
dead?
to Paul Walker in the middle of it.
Paul Walker died because he was doing something stupid, and he
Indeed.
starred in films that glamorised that
Being stupid.
Doing that
nonsense.
thing stupid.
And
Yes.
he died because of what he does in the films, doing it in real life like a jackass. Are either of you sad?
I'm not really sad at this particular moment, no.
No.
No, the fact that he... anyway. I don't want anyone to die, but, you know, it's your fault.
Yeah. He was in a great film called Running Scared, which is very underrated.
No.
But that's about it.
He was also in Fast and Furious 2, which is a very underrated film.
It's definitely overrated.
Yes. 100%.
Anyway, should we move on to the main event? Is it the main event now?
No, we'll move on to trailers.
Oh yeah, shit.
I don't live in a caravan, so why are you showing me that trailer crash?
Trailer. Look out the trailer trash.
Are you shaving while recording this podcast, Adam?
No.
All I can hear is you like Desperate Dan with a fucking razor going over it.
I think the microphone dropping through my chest
with a big cow pie
hair.
in front of him. I model myself on Desperate Dan.
I can see it, actually. Do you eat the cow pie, yeah?
You go with my massive cow pie.
With the horn sticking out of
still
it.
in it.
What trailers did we watch? Because I've forgotten.
I can't remember what the film was called.
The first,
our boy will tell us.
Welcome to Marwen. This is a Robert Zemeckis film.
Steve Carell.
What do you guys think?
I don't know how I felt about it. I'm not sure.
At least it was something kind of original.
Yeah.
It is.
But I still didn't really get it. And it was like, based on the inspiring true story, well, how could it fucking possibly be? It's impossible for that to be based on a true story, isn't it?
Obviously, the action figures.
It kind of had two different tones. At first, I thought it was going to be like a heartwarming film.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the Foo Fighters start playing and it all kicks off. I was like, what the hell's happening
And that was
here?
a bit corny when Foo Fighters kicked in. When it said, learning to walk again. At the moment when he starts walking, I thought, what is this, an ABC movie?
It's like Homes Under the Hammer when they play the tune that they're talking about.
Yeah, well, exactly. How on the nose can you be?
I love a Robert Zemeckis film, though.
Did you like the look of it, yes?
I love a Robert Zemeckis film, so I have faith in him.
What else has Robert Zemeckis done of note?
Forrest Gump, which is one of my most rewatchable films. I've watched that so many times. I love it. I love Forrest Gump.
Back to the Future is a more rewatchable film, and it's also by him. You could have picked a better example there.
Okay, Castaway.
Oh yes, good.
How about Back to the Future?
1, 2, and 3.
They're all great.
Yeah. I love it. I can't think of any more at the moment.
Yeah. Castaway. See, Castaway was good. I would prefer Castaway to Forrest Gump, personally.
Forrest Gump was too long.
I like his films because they take you on a journey.
I feel like I've watched Forrest Gump about 1 million times, even though I haven't. But you see it so often that it feels like you've watched it too often.
I agree.
It's a bit like Shawshank. You see it everywhere, and you're like, I've probably watched it about 4 times.
That's why I sort of dislike Shawshank so much, because even though you haven't watched it that often, it feels like you've watched it so fucking much.
No, it's weird, isn't it? I agree.
I like in Castaway how skinny he is at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, did he really lose that weight, or was that CGI at the end? I can't remember.
I reckon that was a bit too early days for good CGI.
Yeah, he was incredibly skinny at the end, no?
Yeah. Definitely.
Considering how fat he was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Tom Hanks is a good man.
Yeah, he's the best, isn't he?
He's
surely
the only
best.
man in Hollywood that hasn't touched anyone.
Quite, yeah. That's the only one that you could probably put hand on heart and say, I don't think he's done it. Anyone else is fair game.
You can only hope.
Who? I know. It would be the worst, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be the absolute worst if it came out about Hanks?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it. There's nothing to see.
Let's not even put it in the universe.
No. Hanks is such a good boy. He really is Woody.
Yeah, he really is Woody.
As long as he didn't give anyone else his Woody, it's alright.
Anything else to say about this film?
Nothing at all.
Ben's just lowered the tone horribly, so we'll just move on.
Me? You're the one who jumps onto the double entendre.
Let's go to Ben reacts to a trailer.
Hello Ben, are you going to react to this trailer?
Yes, you're gonna react to a trailer.
Ben is watching Creed 2, if anyone wants to know.
And I haven't even seen the film Creed, so I won't know. Here we go. Someone's hit the deck in the ring. I'm guessing it's Creed. My speakers are sounding wonderful as we hear what he must hear when he's punched out. He's now in the hospital and he's waking up. Nothing to speak of at the moment. Now he's punching. Sylvester Stallone mumbling shit like fucking Jackie constantly. He sounds more and more like his mum every day. Yeah, Jackie. What's even happening here? What? Sylvester Stallone knows all the boxers in all the films, it appears. Same thing your father said. Oh, is this Apollo Creed's son? I didn't know. So it's another boxing movie where someone boxes someone. Here's Kendrick. Kendrick's gone just like that. He was on, then he's gone. Oh, now he's back. Only very quick teasers of Kendrick they want to give you. No, it looks like they filmed this in Brixton. Because of the buildings. Not that building. That's a very posh mansion. Although the way Brixton's going. Anyway, that does look like Brixton. It's clearly not. Unless he's fighting someone in the UK. I don't really have to pay attention to this trailer, what they're saying, because it's all visual. More than just a fight. They're all more than just a fight, aren't they? It all looks very good. It's all filmed very well. It looks quite nice. Who's Drago then? So the guy that he boxes, they're not even showing who it is. It's done. I thought there was going to be a great reveal as to who his opponent was going to be.
Basically, that is what's his name? The guy from Rocky 3.
What's his name?
Yeah, it's Dolph Lundgren, and it's his son.
Oh, I didn't even clock that Dolph Lundgren's character was called Drago. So, see, I needed it to be spelled out a little more for me, and then that would have had a bit more impact, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think they can really spell it out any more than they did. What do you think anyway then, Ben?
Yeah, fine. I mean, it just was what it was. It wasn't particularly offensive, wasn't particularly good.
Are you excited to go see it?
No, because I didn't go and see the first one because I wasn't excited about that either. Nothing against them, I just don't really. They don't do it for me.
Look, boxing films are so obvious, aren't they?
It's the same old shit in all of them.
I know. It's the same old thing every time. It's they either win or they don't win. Who cares?
Raging Bull was good because it was like more like a look at his life, and the fight scenes were done very well inside the ring, but it wasn't just.
It wasn't really focused on him beating up one person, was it?
No.
Yeah.
It was like the battle he fought within.
Yeah.
What about Southpaw then? Because that was a bit more like that.
But Southpaw's the same. It was about beating up one guy at the end.
No, it wasn't really. It was about his life, and he kind of went for a bit more in Southpaw than just one fight.
But the ultimate thing at the end of the film is, okay, this is what it's all leading up to.
He was at the top, he dropped from the top, and he had to work his way back to the top.
I remember liking Southpaw, I'm not going to lie, but boxing films are always the same thing.
Most boxing films, you like them when you watch them, but afterwards you're done with them.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, you boys know more about that than me. I don't really watch them.
Yeah.
Let's get to the main event.
Let's do the main event, boys.
The main event. Here is our featured topic, plus Adam might do a rubbish plot summary.
Are you fucking serious?
Right, guys, it's spoilers from here. If you haven't seen Hereditary, then we are basically going to spoil the film for you, so don't carry on unless you want to be spoiled by it. And also, Adam is now going to explain the plot, which is going to be very hard.
Okay, I watched this film about a week ago, and I can't remember much. There was something that happened, a nan died, a little kid clicks its tongue a lot, then she drives along, and bam, her head gets taken off, and everyone was like, what the fuck just happened there? And it was like mental, and then not really much happened from there, apart from my favourite part of the film was in the classroom, and she turns around, and she stares at the guy, and she stares at him for about 5 minutes, very awkwardly, and then it cuts to another scene. Oh, and then he runs into a loft, and someone gets set on fire, and she bangs her head against the ceiling, and then she floats into a treehouse, and there's only naked people.
Brilliant, though.
Great.
That is.
Oh, and the mum slightly goes a bit more psycho throughout the film, and the dad's like, "The fuck are all these mental people around me? Why am I with these people?
He was
what the fuck
like
did I deserve to do here? I'm pretty much normal. You're all mental. Why am I the one who's caught on fire?
Oh my god, I'm set on fire.
And then she tried setting her son alive as well. I forgot about that bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this film was just full of
weird shit.
Weird stuff that some of it hit. Like, okay, let's just do marks off the bat. What'd you give it, Paul?
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay,
I gave
Adam?
it a 6.
I give it a 7.
Okay.
But we're all in the same ballpark.
I'm probably 6, 7 is fair enough.
I'm giving it basically a lower average because I enjoyed pretty much 3/4 of this film until the end.
Was it the last 15
when it ruined
minutes?
It absolutely ruined it because it turned into some generic horror film where suddenly it's really something really supernatural and stupid, which there was no setup for, and it just really annoyed me because I would rather it be something ambiguous.
Was the cinema busy when you went to see it?
It was halfway filled. Wasn't too busy.
Because when I went to see it, the cinema was packed. Like nearly the whole cinema was full. And it was the Friday after it came out, and it was quite good because you had people reacting. There was one point where a guy screamed for no reason. That was quite funny. That was probably the most entertaining part of the film. But that kind of made the film a bit better for me. Like there was quite a good. Everybody in the audience was kind of involved with it together, rather than watching the same film but separately. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That made it good, but yeah. I just want to see what other people in your cinema reacted like as well. There was a guy next to me who was going like, nah, the fuck man, that can't be happening. There's like a person on the ceiling with their arms bent in like 20 different directions.
If someone was saying that in the cinema next to me, I would be fuming, man. I hate that.
I'd be like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? It's obviously not real. Stop overreacting like a bitch.
I know, but also keep your mouth closed. I don't care how many people you came with, man. We don't need to hear if you fucking... you're just saying it to
yeah, that is attention-seeking, that comment.
Of course, I hate it.
Well, let me tell you this about being in my cinema, right? The most strangest thing happened, right? So, do you remember the bit where she's talking to the son saying how she wanted to abort him and everything? It was almost like a dream sequence.
Yeah.
And then they set each other on fire or something.
Yeah.
People were laughing in the cinema.
Yeah, I kind of laughed at that bit.
But people were laughing out loud, and I'm not saying just one group of people, like multiple people. And I was like,
people
why
were
is
laughing.
this funny?
Because it wasn't serious. It was like...
Nah,
the
I
acting
didn't get
in the
that
film
out.
was generally good. But there was a point of it, you're like, this is just stupid, and you just laugh at it because it's so stupid rather than...
Did you find it funny, Ben?
No, I didn't, but I guess I can see why some people would do it. I don't agree with it, but horror, like they say, the best horror has to have moments of humour in it because it then makes the horror all the more horrific. But I don't think that was ever done intentionally for laughs at all. I think it's just,
Yeah,
Stop
strange.
clucking now.
Why? It's not me.
Okay, let me say that the little girl was the best part of the film, as in
Absolutely.
the little girl herself, and the little girl scene was the best part of the film. Where her head gets
the minute
off.
when her head gets lopped off, I was like, for up to 10 minutes, I was waiting for him to wake out of the dream where she was still alive.
Yeah.
Because I was so convinced that the little girl was going to be in the whole film.
Yeah, I agree.
And
also... Carry on.
Go on,
I'm
Adam.
interrupting. No, carry on.
No, go on, Adam.
Oh, I've just interrupted you and ruined the whole point.
Well, I was just going to say...
I thought the whole film was based around the little girl and around the doll's house.
That's what I was going to say.
I thought the doll's house was really
The
influential.
doll's house should have had a little more bearing on the overall.
That's the whole thing. That's why it interested me. This film,
yeah, but then this is why this film worked and didn't, because like it had elements. See, like that by itself is kind of creepy. The mum sawing her neck off in the attic is fucking unnerving and creepy. The little girl is creepy. All these various things are creepy on their own, but collectively they didn't work. And I agree. That ending, I was hoping they were going to redeem themselves, but the minute that woman at the end has to narrate for like 3 minutes and basically tell everyone in the cinema, this is what's happening, by the way.
Even then it was still badly explained.
It was, yeah. But
even then, you were still like, "The fuck is happening?"
It's kind of clever when you think like the little girl had the spirit of this demon in her. We didn't realise that for the longest time, and then that's why she had to die. There was moments in it. I think, considering what horror is like these days, it was a good effort. They just didn't tie it together very well. At the end, it lost its way. The first hour was incredible.
Yeah, I agree.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought
and then it got a little bit slow.
Unique.
And then it
I
got a
wouldn't
little
say it
bit
was
slow.
incredible. I wouldn't go that far. It was good. It was interesting.
I think because it was like this felt like okay, something very new is happening here.
The bit when she got her head chopped off out the lamppost, though, I was like, "The fuck is happening here?" Like, shit just went from like 0 to 100.
That is when the film grabbed me.
Yeah, it was almost like you're kind of like, "Where's this going? Where's this going?" Then bam. but then it also kind of finished the film at the same time.
I also liked it because the bad guy wins, and I like that. It doesn't happen often enough, so I like having the bad
Darth
guy
Vader,
wins.
US.
And the bad guy totally won, or the bad people totally won in that. And also, now let's just compare it to, I know you say you can't compare one film to another, but when you boys are giving things like, what was that last film we saw?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic when you
World.
boys are giving Jurassic World and other things like that, like 8s and 9s, come on, man. This at least is doing something. Stop that!
What?
It's highly annoying now. It was good at first.
She's in the room.
Her head's rolling off like a bowling ball.
It's just like Neymar.
I don't know. I felt like, yes, this was new and exciting, but at the same time, it wasn't as good, and I'd rather go back and watch Jurassic World tomorrow.
Oh man, would you do that, Paul?
Actually, saying that, I did have watched
wait,
Jurassic
wait.
World again.
Huh?
I have watched Jurassic World again since our last podcast.
Well, that's stupid. Actually, listen, wait. Staying on Hereditary. Hereditary deserves to have another watch, because now, knowing what has happened, I feel like I could watch all of that again and see where they were seeding things. And I kind of feel like it's the kind of film on a second visit that it will either gain a point or could lose a point. But I think it might gain a point. That has rewatchability in a different way to something like Jurassic World. Although Jurassic World for me isn't rewatchable, it's you rewatch Jurassic World for pure entertainment. That's it. You don't rewatch it like I want to see a good film.
I totally
Like
disagree.
in the way that you rewatch Fight Club. You don't just put Fight Club on a whim. You put that on because you want to watch that shit again. You want to follow everything again. You want to pick up on all the things. And I think you do that with Hereditary. With something like Jurassic World, less so. So for me, Hereditary has the rewatchability. But anyway, I like Toni Collette as well. She was incredible. She was very good in it.
She was fine, yeah. Let me just say about this film.
Good.
Let me say about this film, right? It does not have the rewatchable factor because of this one fact. All those little creepy things that happened in it, like you see the people at the funeral staring at the little girl, and you think at the time, oh, this is really weird. This is strange. Like there's all little hidden Easter eggs in it. Like, oh, what does it actually mean? He gets a call from the funeral home saying, oh, the body's disappeared. And then once you get to the end of the film, you realise, oh, this is the whole plot. The film is too clean. It's too clean.
What do you mean?
It's too clean. At the end, when you know the whole story, it's like everything is put into place and you understand why everything's happening. Like they're looking at her because they know that she's going to be the host for the demon they're going to put into her. You know the body disappeared because they stole her and put her up in the loft. When you're watching that again, you don't care because you know what's going to happen at the end.
Yes.
Who cares that the body got stolen? It's not good enough. It's not a good enough thing to go, oh yeah, the body went missing. Who cares?
Yeah, it is kind of a bit like that. I didn't even really care the first time around, to be honest.
And that is my
But if I watched it again, as soon as he jumps out the window, I'll probably turn it off.
Oh yeah, I forgot he jumped out the window.
Yeah, he jumps
And
out
also,
the window.
do either of you know that light that was they
Yeah,
kept
I
glimpsing
know.
and it followed something?
We were
What the
saying
fuck
other
was that
day.
about?
I don't know what that light was. I don't know what that light was.
They didn't explain it at all. That's something interesting. That's something that grabs your attention. You're like, oh shit, we should know a bit more about this. But
Yeah,
no.
it was strange.
No,
It was
the
strange.
light was the spirit.
But how can it be the spirit if the spirit was inside the little girl?
No, it's spirits directing people. So the original
It directed her to that burning in the woods, whatever it was. But then apart from that, it didn't do anything else.
The original spirit was the nan directing the little girl, right? And then the spirit after was the little girl directing the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
but
little
she
girl
didn't direct
saw
him
the
to
light when
anything.
she was by herself.
Yeah, and that was the nan.
What?
That was the nan.
Why would it be?
Because you saw the nan creepily in the house, and she was like directing people to see different parts of the house, or to find little plots in the story. And then at the end, the boy falls over, and the spirit goes into him, and then he becomes the little girl.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't become the little girl.
He does, because he clicks.
That bit where her head fell off and it turned into a ball, that was creepy. I like that bit.
When the
I was like, oh shit. Do you know when she's in the corner of his room and then it zooms up and the head falls off?
Yeah,
but
like a
then
bowling ball.
A ball
Yeah.
on the floor. That was
Yeah.
quite good.
It had lots of good moments, but as a whole, it didn't work for me. And I didn't like Gabriel Byrne. I didn't think he was very good. His American accent wasn't very good, and he was the frustrating character in all horror films who doesn't believe something's going on and just is like, you're gone crazy, it's you're doing this. There's always a character like that in the movie.
The voodoo shit in the room when they move in the lamp and stuff and the candle, whatever, the glass, that gave me like chills for a second. I was like, oh shit, that is kind of like... But the man, like, don't fucking take the book out of the fucking fire. She just told you it caught a fire, you fucking idiot. You deserve to die.
I know. Yes, it's true.
Idiot. And also, why do they brush past the complete fact of him telling the parents, and also a criminal investigation after the fucking kid died? You don't just do it. A girl doesn't just die, her head doesn't fall off while he's driving, and then nothing happens afterwards.
What was the deal? Here's something then. Why was she struggling to breathe? And then, like, 20 minutes later in the film, he too was struggling to breathe. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, it's just the guilt, isn't it? It makes you think, well, you're in your head thinking, what did she go through? I can't believe I put her through that. And then it makes it's almost like a panic attack.
Makes you do it.
Yeah, it's a panic attack kind of thing as well.
I have nothing else to say on this.
But, like, do you know the bit with the book where she has to burn it?
Yeah.
Don't you think that was a bit of a leap of believability? Where she's like, oh my god, I can't burn the book, now my arm's on fire. Yeah. And that's the reason. It's like there was no, like, she just believed it straight away. That was it. That was what the thing was.
I know. When you're in that sort of film, though, and characters start doing that, it's like you're not behaving. That's why I love Blair Witch so much as a horror film, because the way those people react is really how you would fucking react in a horrific situation.
Yeah, I agree.
In horror films, too much what happens is the characters in it treat what's happening as totally normal. Like, even in things like Scream, for example, when kids are fucking dying left, right and centre, why are you going to a party?
Yeah.
Why are you going to a party? It wouldn't happen.
It's almost like they know their audience knows it's a horror film, so it's like, it's okay, it's a horror film, so people will believe that the character act this because they know they're in a horror film.
Yes.
And it's like, no, that's not real life.
No, it's true. It's true. I still give it a 7, but...
The hell? Was that your armpit?
This my hands together, my palms. Wouldn't that have been better if, instead of her clucking with her tongue, she just did this?
That was her OCD.
One other thing to say on this is, like, all the press around it, they're saying the next Exorcist and all that. No, not by a long
It's
shot.
just a half-decent horror film in the time where there's very poor horror films.
Yeah.
Anyone got any more points?
Indeed. It was, exactly, and that's it. But hang on a minute, my final point is when you then look at it and Hereditary, and you class them as a horror film that was creepy and scary, which was more scary. For me, I found
creepier,
Hereditary
but it had more going on. It wasn't just basing the whole film on horror. There was a storyline going on with it. There was all these other things going on. Therefore, it was a better film. But Hereditary was relying on the horror aspect a lot more, and it didn't really work too much.
I don't think it's even that much of a horror film.
It's more of a thriller.
What?
Hereditary.
No, it's not. It's a horror film.
There wasn't enough horror in it for me to class it as a proper horror.
What? And you think it is more of a horror film than Hereditary?
Yeah.
No.
There's more horror elements in that than Hereditary.
There's not.
Yeah. I think there is.
There isn't, mate. The only horrific moment in it that I can even remember is when they go in the house and then it, like you say, Adam, he comes out of the fridge and all that stuff. That's the most horrific stuff that I can remember in it.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Well, I love it.
You got any points, Paul?
You're a foolish child. Well, anyway, Hereditary was the best film that we have watched for our podcast since Black Panther.
Well, that's a big statement.
If you're looking back over all our pods we've done so far, and you have to name your top 2 movies that we saw, what would it be? For me, I'm saying it's Black Panther number 1, and maybe The Last Jedi even number 2. No. Three Billboards. 3 Billboards is number 1. Black Panther's number 2.
I'll put Avengers up there. I very much enjoyed Avengers.
Infinity War's number 1.
For both of you, fucking idiots. Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, you two lose all credibility. Get on to the end.
Do you want to find out what we've been watching, Big Boy?
Oh yeah, tell me what's hot right now.
I've been watching a couple of TV series, but there's too much football on at the moment to watch any films.
That's all you've been watching, football, yeah?
Yeah, literally my whole life is based around football. There's 6 hours of football a day. You can't really complain.
I will say in the last couple of weeks it's been a lot harder to watch stuff because the football has taken over the evenings.
Yeah.
That being said, this is where I want to give you the my top 2 recommendations from what I've been watching. Paul, I finished The Bridge.
Oh, yes.
Which I was very satisfied with all of that.
Yeah, I was as well.
I thought that was great. Really love that, and I would happily watch it all again. Adam, I won't say anything in case you watch it, but it was really good ending for Saga Norim. Now, something happened out the window. This is my big recommendation to you boys. I mentioned it before, I think, but now I've finished the whole first season, and I can honestly say you've got to watch it. It's so good. 8 episodes. Is Barry with that guy Bill Hader.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
He's a hitman who discovers that he actually wants to join an acting class, and it's like,
what's it
I don't
on?
know. It works. It's on Sky Atlantic. I don't think it's a HBO production. I don't know who it is, but you'll have missed all the box sets on Sky, but you guys stream, so you can do it that way. But it is.
I don't.
It mixes comedy with drama so well, and he's so good in it. But it's actually so funny while being so brutal at the same time. It really strikes the balance really well. It's got fun, not like proper laugh out loud funny, but good funny moments with some really dark material. It's really good. 8 episodes. It's been picked up for a second season. Very strong. Watch that.
I'll definitely watch that then.
Oh yes. And then Peaky Blinders. I finished season 2 of Peaky Blinders. Very good. That all went very along very nicely. And then I only really watched one film to speak of.
What was that?
Tell.
It's called Some Like It Hot.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Oh yeah, what's it called with Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis.
And?
It was fine. It's what you expect. Like, you know, black and white, fast, 2 men dressed as women, and off they go with Marilyn Monroe. But, well, yeah.
Was it charming?
It had its moment. It was good. It was good. I was expecting it to be so much better because it's like this old black and white film that everyone talks about, but it was kind of like it's sort of like basically without it you wouldn't have had something like White Chicks, for example.
Yeah.
Like White Chicks. White Chicks is the modern day version of it, basically. That's what it is.
Most of these films are just so high rated because they set the precedent, kind of thing.
So what a comparison.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I've really been watching, to be telling you the truth.
I've only been watching TV series as well. I've been so I caught up on season 2 of Sneaky Pete. Have you ever heard of it?
Is that the
Amazon
Bryan Cranston one?
Yeah, and it's he's not in the second season. He was only in the first season.
Oh right,
but it's,
so he dies in it.
I'm disinterested.
No, I'm not saying he dies, and I'm not saying he survives.
He definitely dies.
Or you believe that?
He definitely dies because he gets you in with Bryan Cranston. You're like, oh yeah, I'll watch that new show with Bryan Cranston. And then they kill him off, and they're like, fuck, we got you for the long run now.
He produces it. So Sneaky Pete is Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
It's Giovanni Ribisi or Ribisi? I think it's Ribisi.
Ribisi.
Yeah. He's basically a con man, and he meets a guy in prison, and he basically interjects himself into this guy's family because he knows all about the family, just to try and steal them and take their money. And that is the premise of the film, of the TV series. It's really good, and it's quite funny at the same time.
Interesting. But I would need an Amazon subscription to watch that shit.
Yes, you would. But the thing is, which I recommend you do, is sign up for it because you get a 30-day free trial, and then you can just cancel it.
Trial?
Yeah, trial. Jonathan Ross is hosting.
And it's 2 seasons, so you could catch up on it if you wanted.
Well, perhaps.
Yes, and also on Amazon, which I've actually caught up with as well, is Preacher.
Oh, you're watching that again?
Yeah, well, I'm halfway through the second season.
Okay, I think I dropped it out about 4 episodes into the second season.
I'm further than that now, and I'm enjoying it.
The only thing I felt with Preacher is I didn't have anyone to watch it with. I was watching it by myself. No, do you know when you watch a show and it's kind of like you want something to talk about it afterwards, or you just kind of forget about it? That makes sense.
Watch it and enjoy it.
I like watching things. I like watching stuff with Jenny, but I also like watching stuff by myself as well. There's certain things that she ain't gonna like, and also sometimes you want your own stuff.
And also, I thought the scenes with all 3 of the main characters in it are really good and really interesting.
Yeah.
But the second it doesn't have any of the 3 characters in it, it's quite a bit bland and a bit boring, and I kind of lose interest.
No, I disagree. I quite like all the characters. I don't really not like any of the
You
three,
enjoyed it
the main
because
three.
season 3's just started, and I don't know whether to try and go back into it or not.
I recommend it. It's good.
Ben would
It's
hate
fun.
it because it's made by Seth Rogen.
Yeah, but I'm not as hard on Seth Rogen as before. And in any case, I read the graphic novels when I was at uni,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
and I still haven't got any interest in it.
Yeah. And also, I have finished season 2 of Westworld.
Oh really?
Now, this is.
I haven't even started it, so careful with the spoilers, please.
I know, this is a big thing. All I'm going to tell you is that I bought season 1 on Steelbook, and I've sold
Yeah.
it. I've sold it.
So
Really?
because you didn't like season 2, then
Not that I didn't like season 2, it's just the fact that I thought, I'm not sure this actually has any more legs in it.
right.
Okay.
I do wonder where they can go after season 1. It's also like, I mean, this is the problem that so many shows have nowadays. I think a lot of shows have like a great season, and then they're like obligated to do several more, and
Totally
some
agree.
just need to do one. Like other examples, Stranger Things. I agree. Yes, Westworld. I would be totally fine with there not being any more seasons. It's almost like that works as an
Yeah.
ending.
You
Stranger
finished
Things,
season 1, haven't you?
Season 1, yeah, finished season 1. Stranger Things should have been just season 1. I was just saying the other day, season 2. I'm not even excited about season 3. Stranger Things. I'm not.
Season 2 was good though. It didn't let itself down.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah, it had silly bits in it.
Yeah, it had silly bits in it, and it was just more of the same. And it was like, well, if you're just going to do more of the same, I'll just watch the first season again.
Yeah.
There were good bits in it, but overall, I'm not liking it.
One Netflix series I feel like that with is definitely Ozark.
Oh, that needs nothing. That was bullshit boring.
Oh, I quite enjoyed Ozark. Me and Paul watched it together. It was quite a nice
boring
experience we
as
had together.
fuck. It was so boring. I was like pulling teeth for those last few episodes. I can't believe they're doing another season. That was dull as dishwater. You know, it was like everything we've already seen. It was like a little bit of Breaking Bad, and it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and not as effective as any of them. It was like Bloodline meets Breaking Bad. I miss Bloodline so much. Remember Bloodline?
That was a great season 1.
And I
Wouldn't you
remember
be
the rubbish
super
ending.
psyched if they said we're going to do one more season?
I wouldn't be
Why?
bothered.
Oh, you come over to my house and watch the season 1 ending.
I would watch it with you though.
You did. Not
No.
did.
If it came on, I said I would watch it with you because I want to be with you on that journey.
Oh,
Is there anything else?
Oh, it's just you, Adam. If you want to say anything else.
I literally watched Unsolved on Netflix, which is the Biggie and Tupac merger documentary.
oh yeah. I was going to
Cool.
stick that on the other day, but I did not.
It's alright. It hits a lot of the facts and it gives you a lot of information about it all. And it's all right watch, but it's nothing going to blow your socks off. But give it a watch. I just wouldn't disrecommend it, and I would recommend it though.
Very good. Thank
Nice.
you.
Right, should we move on to letters?
These 3 males just received emails.
Well, what are we supposed to do about it?
Fucking read them.
We have got a letter from Joshua Baum. He asks, in the vein of Fuck, Marry, Kill, what movies could you not live without, recommend, or remove from existence?
Okay, I can definitely give you the one I would remove from existence.
That's the best question we've ever had on this podcast.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Removed from existence is the remake of The Italian Job.
Okay, let's all start with that one. My remove from existence would be the remake of The Mask. Son of the Mask.
I never even knew that existed, and I
It's
don't
horrible,
really
horrible
care.
film.
My remove from existence would be The Bank Job with Jason Statham.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Both of
very
mine are better
forgettable,
than
isn't
Jason Statham films.
Okay, yeah. Recommended.
Okay, so it's got to be something. It's got to be something that not a lot of people would have heard of as well. then,
Yeah,
I guess.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend Running Scared with Paul Walker. Bring back Paul Walker.
Oh fuck.
I love that film so much, and it's so underrated.
Running. Shit.
There's 2 films I always think about when someone asks me to watch a film. They're quite big films, but I always pretty much say Nightcrawler
Yeah,
and Whiplash.
yeah. It's alright. Both
They're
alright.
quite big films. They're not unheard of, but they're always. I really like those films.
I wouldn't
Always
highly
take
rate
them.
either of them, though.
No, I agree. My recommendation would be Doberman.
Doberman. I feel like I've heard of it, but I haven't seen
I feel like you may have seen it even. It's a French film, Vincent Cassel, early
No, I haven't
2000.
seen
Monica Bellucci's in there as well, but it's like pumped up hyped up. It was like a French film on drugs, heist film, and it's mental. And because not a lot of people would have seen it, that's my recommendation. I think it's very good.
I'll take a look at that one. And the last one's Not Live Without.
Fight Club.
Reservoir Dogs.
Glengarry Glen Ross.
That is just obvious. That's staple for all three of us, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's the favourite films right
That was
there.
a very good question.
That was a good question.
It was
Nice.
definitely the best.
I reckon I'd probably give an answer a better one for the recommended, but yeah.
Well, you certainly could have, and so could Paul.
Well, guys,
Yeah,
we've
more.
done it again. We've done it again.
We've done it again. We've come to the end now then. We're going to
Yeah.
have to do another one in a couple of weeks. And what's the next films that are coming out? Tell us some films that might be the next film. We haven't decided yet. I don't even know what's coming out.
You know, we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp coming up.
Huh?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
other
yeah.
films are coming out?
But do you know why? Do you know why you're going to want to watch this, Ben? Because it has highly important connections to Infinity War.
Oh, good. I can't wait to make those.
I know.
We've
How
got The
good's that gonna
Incredibles
be?
coming out soon.
Hey? I'd go and see The Incredibles. Yeah.
There's also Terminal, which is that new Margot Robbie film.
Not bothered.
That's already out. Or it's coming out.
It comes
Let's
out
go
on
and see the
Friday.
Whitney Houston documentary.
Yes, that's it. Chosen.
Actually, can we do The Incredibles? I'd be
Yeah,
fine.
I'm on
down for
Incredibles
that.
too. Yeah.
That's a good one. Let's do Incredibles 2 next. Yes. That's
Up for
good.
that.
I haven't seen Incredibles since I saw it at the movies, though. I only saw it that one time.
The only other film that just came out is Sicario, but I'm not bothered about that.
Sicario Soldado.
Yeah. I didn't really enjoy the first one, to be honest. I thought it was very
I ain't
overhyped.
seen it. We're going to do Incredibles 2. There we are.
Okay.
That sounds good
It's
to
going to
me.
be incredible or spedible.
Incredible, intolerable, highly annoying. That's what I'll be saying.
Guys, you can get in touch with us at FilmBusters Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Or you can email us at filmbusters@outlook.com.
Outlook.co.uk.
I had a little echo there.
He goes too far.
I know. He's highly annoying.
Yeah.
Before we leave the podcast,
Highly.
Ben, what do you think about Ronaldo moving to Juventus?
He won't.
He will. You're going to get...
Paul has ended the podcast.
No, I haven't, because that's not a good enough ending for the podcast.
Why?
Ronaldo won't go to Juventus in any case.
Why not?
Because
He can need money.
Juventus, he won't win anything with Juventus.
He'll win the league. He'll win all the trophies. He's won the Champions League enough times.
Even I'm bored with this conversation.
FilmBusters.